What's going on, guys? My name is Todd. Welcome to No Show Drift. On today's episode, we'll be checking out my new car, and I'll be going over some of the stuff that I've been doing over the last couple months. It's been a while since I put out a new video, for no reason, really. Let's check out this new car I've got. It's an R31. Yay! It's just started raining, but anyway. Firstly, I'll go over some changes with my cars that has happened over the last few months. I guess a year, really. It's been a while. I've got a new daily tow car, an Isuzu D-Max. Caitlin bought an 84 Mazda 323 that we ended up driving for a bit then selling. I bought a IS200, which I like. Fixed the gearbox, had a broken gearbox. Fixed the gearbox, put my ABSs on it, sacked it, looked pretty cool. Drove nicely, but just really wasn't my thing. When I sold that, I sold it in like 2 hours. And then Caitlin went mad on Marketplace trying to find a new car to buy, specifically an R31. And this dude popped up in Brisbane. And it had only been up for like 4 hours, so it was kind of like meant to be. Within 2 days of deciding to sell the IS, we've picked up this sweet R31. So yeah, today we'll just go through it, see what it is from standard, and see what we're going to do with it. So it's a 1989 Series 3, so like the latest models of them, and it's a Silhouette, which this is actually my first Silhouette that I've owned. They've got very cool decals on the back here. Little sticker that says this is Skyline, and it says Silhouette on the side. I've got a guy who's remaking these stickers for me. Very cool. The differences with the Silhouettes and the standard ones was they came out two-tone. They had an LSD in them. They had a bit of a different interior. So yeah, they came out with like this grey interior where you get like the black dash. You get this like nice sporty steering wheel. I absolutely love these steering wheels. They look great. And this one's in very good condition, which is very hard to find. Came out with like a bucket seat. Little side bolsters are a little bit bigger, so they hold you in a little bit more, but I mean, as they age, they kind of collapse. They have the 6-gauge clusters, which include volts and oil pressure. So a few little differences on the interior. They have the aerial in the center of the roof. Small detail, but yeah, center of the roof instead of having it off to the side. The Series 3s came with a color-coded grille. My opinion on the grille is I like them black, but I'm kind of trying to keep this maybe a little bit original, so I might leave it white. But this little badge is actually a TI hood ornament that someone has put on here, whether I'll leave it on there or not. They usually have a spoiler on them, a little boxy spoiler. As you can see the holes. They look very good. They're very like 80s. They suit the style very well. We're going to try and track one of those down and put it on. But yeah, this thing in general is in very, very good condition. Very happy with it. Paid 10 times more than I ever have for an R31, so, but really it wasn't that bad of a deal, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's got a little bit of rust on the door, bit of damage here. By the looks of it, this guard was damaged. They've replaced it at some point. Then someone has opened this door without aligning the gap properly, and it's just clipped and dinted it and stuff, so that's a bit disappointing. These wheels, obviously they're like an aftermarket alloy wheel. I absolutely hate them, but they've got really good tread on them, so I'm probably going to get Rego with these wheels on them. And I've scored some of the factory Silo stockies for it, just the 15-inch stockies that I will be putting on it. These over here, they have a center cap that goes in, which this came with a full set of center caps. Engine bay's pretty good. Hasn't been stuffed with, like, no one's come in and tried to change anything up or mess around with wiring. The wiring loom's actually in really good condition. This thing runs really well. It has, I'm guessing, over 400,000 kilometers. It's got 380 and the speedo has stopped working, so yeah. It's got a lot of kilometers on it, but hey, it's an RB30. It'll just do what it's got to do and do it well. When we went and got the car, the thing started up completely fine, drove around the block, drove great, all that kind of thing. When we got it back here, it wouldn't start, so we threw a new battery in it, still wouldn't start. We had no idea what was going on. We were thinking maybe it was a mobilizer. Me and Caitlin cracked into it to try and find something that was going on. Had no spark on any cylinder, so we're like, there's something happening here. I was thinking like a mobilizer or something like that. Turns out, which if you're an RB30 fan or if you've worked on RB30s before, the cam angle sensors tend to play up on these pretty badly. But not only that, is the actual plugs themselves get issues. They actually get a lot of corrosion in them, and all we did was pull it off, cleaned it up, like blew it out like a Nintendo 64 cartridge, put it back on, and the car ran fine. So we'll monitor that, see if it gives us some more issues, but for now, the car still runs okay. This thing is like stock, like I said, it's still got like the hood mat, it's still got the oil catch tray underneath, if you can see. It's got cruise control, which I'm going to have a little bit of a fiddle with, see if I can get that thing working when we swap it to manual. If not, I'm not too fussed about it. But yeah, it's had like a replacement radiator at some point. Someone's looked after this thing, so it's going to be a good little runner, that's for sure. So the first thing we'll be doing to this thing is doing a manual conversion. I'm guessing that's what the next video is going to be. But yeah, overall, very, very good condition. Very happy with it. Keen to get into it. It came with a manual conversion, missing a couple of little bits, one being the tail shaft, which I just happen to have a manual tail shaft. So yeah, like straight away plans are manual convert it, do some cleaning up on it, sort out the silo wheels to put back on there, get some rego for it. Then we want to do coilovers, probably get some spacers for the stockies, slam it on the ground, cruise around in it, just, you know, have fun with it. Should be a good little car to drive. But yeah, I want to do a full-on manual conversion video. I've done so many manual conversions in R31s before. I'd love to do an in-depth like run through on it. So next video, manual converting this thing, which will be really fun. So yeah, stick around, subscribe, whatever you want to do, or don't. You know, maybe I'm not a good channel to hang out and watch because I barely post anything. But yeah, you'll get a little bit of content from this dude. All right, catch you next time.